Paralympic sport is a little different. Even hockey played by Paralympians is different.
So what's the hey? Remind me not to forget it.
And not everybody's sleds are the same as everyone else's because their disabilities need different things.
Some of the guys in the team skate like the wind. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Whether it was hockey or any of the other 4 Winter Paralympic sports, 2010 was the year that Canada came to know and love the Paralympics, with a little help from their friends like Bentall.
Bentall is the largest real estate services and advisory company in Canada and among the first to sign on to the United Nations Principles of Property Investment. When the Olympics were coming to our town and our country, we wanted to be involved.
But how could Bentall make a difference compared with the worldwide sponsors lined up by the Vancouver Olympic Committee?
We went into these games with pretty low awareness. There is confusion in the marketplace between Special Olympics and the Paralympic.
Although VANOC raised millions of dollars for the Olympics, the Paralympic component was slotted to receive a mere fraction of coverage and budget. We realized this is where Bentall could help the most.
We wanted to educate the various communities that we serve about the Paralympic Games and further support our Canadian athletes by hosting various fundraising initiatives.
And the Bentall Hands Up campaign would do both. The artwork for giant display boards was part of a kit that Bentall gave each of its shopping centers. Commemorative pins were ordered and sold for $5 each.
We knew it would be important for each participating shopping center to produce quality events that would also attract positive media attention.
Well, some local folks, including some celebrities, got their hands dirty this morning for a good cause, all part of the Hands Up Canada Celebrity Sand Challenge. It happened at the West Shore Town Centre. The 5 teams got in touch with their artistic side, working to sculpt their most creative sand hands at the West Shore Town Centre in Langford. A News was there with our A team. The event all part of Hands Up, a fundraising effort for athletes competing in the Paralympics.
Today's best music, Vernon's 105.7 Sun FM. Heather's on the phone. Can you explain what's happening at the Village Green Mall?
Well, it is quite exciting, actually, Brian. We've got the Canadian Paralympic Committee, who we've partnered with, and about 26 of our centers are undertaking a fundraiser for the Canadian Paralympic Committee.
At Hazeldean Mall in Canada, they had a free movie night in the parking lot and gave the concession proceeds to the Paralympics. The special Hands Up Canada website tied together the shopping center websites, linked to the Paralympic Committee site, and attracted tens of thousands of visits. Children colored hands for $2 sponsorships. Over 10,000 hands were colored. This was our first national campaign. 30 Bentall centers took part, and Bentall people were involved, really involved.
About halfway through the campaign, we started getting phone calls. The shopping centers wanted to know what each other's fundraising levels were, and we could see the competitive spirit coming out. It was at that point we knew we had a winner.
Athlete appearances were arranged for shopping centers and also for schools. Gold medalist Joanne Kelly helped serve at the North Hills Center's Stampede Breakfast in Calgary. A Paralympian actually played sledge hockey with kids at Cloverdale Mall in Etobicoke, Ontario. The Canadian Paralympic mascot was just about everywhere. The money helped.
It really allowed us to buy the kind of equipment or rent the kind of equipment that we needed at the last minute.
But it was more than the money. As they had for the Olympics before them, Canadians became absorbed in the Paralympics.
Scarf that, real special to the Olympic events.
The Bradleys of Calgary won our trip to the games where they could get close to the athletes.
And I told her that in this past 12 months I've had 2 surgeries for cancer. And I says, you inspire me to do stuff. And she just tapped me on the shoulder. She said, stay strong, Jay. And I thought, here's a woman with all these disadvantages. That's in a different situation than me. And she's telling me, giving me advice, And
How did we do? Well, certainly beyond our expectations and most days beyond our dreams. This campaign had more touch points.
Heads-up boards now are on permanent display in both the BC and Alberta Sports Halls of Fame. 10,000 colored hands raised $20,000. 11 million audience impressions, including mall traffic websites and ads. Contest entries, 62,000. Hands Up website visits, 80,000. Visits to shopping center sites, 1 million. E-Club members up 89%. Donations, 85 grand, triple the goal.
When this campaign was initially launched, I personally was quite skeptical. Would our contribution really make a difference? The answer was yes.
The Bentall Hands Up program was just great. Just the name itself, Hands Up, is symbolic of celebration and triumph, and we're so pleased to be associated with Bentall.